So a few days ago I picked up this, which you can't see. There we go, you can see. It is LaVeyan's Satanic Bible. And I know, scary, Satanism. But I didn't pick it up because I'm a Satanist or anything. I didn't pick it up for any religiously subscribed reasons. I just picked up for research. Like, I'm not Jewish, but I've read the Torah, and I'm not Muslim, but I've read parts of the Quran and stuff like that. Like, I'm a religion student, so I'm sort of encompassing myself with religious studies. And basically, this book is a collection of essays written by Anton LaVey. I think throughout the 60s, it was 66, I think, the whole shebang went down. So throughout the 60s, and this is Antoine LaVey, so it's a very specific type of Satanism, LaVeyan Satanism, which is a peculiar one. And basically, he lays out his beliefs. I'm not all the way through, but I'm a good chunk through, and like, it's not what I expected at all. Like, and it's definitely not what, you know, the semantic field around Satanists and the satanic religions, just in general, are. Like, LaVey doesn't even believe in the existence of the devil. He doesn't even posit that for a moment. Like, he is not even in support of it. The whole Satan label comes from the fact that it's a counterculture religion. He basically, in a very simplified form, the ideologies are just the opposite of the Catholic ideologies. And so, to be the opposite of the Catholic ideologies, he had to take a name. It's not Christianity, Satanism. It's the opposite of Christ. He's only done that to further his point, basically. And reading through it, his arguments are very justified. He is incredibly logically conclusive, and he makes perfect sense, and he is incredibly eloquent. Like, he is a great writer, and like, if you don't know LaVey, you'd probably like recognize a picture of him. He's very known, like, treated as infamous when he didn't do anything negative, really. He's known as the Black Pope because of this, basically. He was at the church in San Francisco. I think he was from San Fran. Well, he was originally from somewhere else, but he lived in San Fran. And he just founded this religion as the polar opposite of Christianity because he completely disagreed with that. He completely denounced that. And he only took this name because of that. And he's not bringing in, you know, any demonic attributes. It's just reversing Christian ones, you know, instead of abstaining its indulgence. Instead of, you know, praying for something to happen, you make it happen. You know, that's his entire thing. Is he doesn't think Christianity works, so the best alternative is to go against it. And the semantic field of it being a satanic religion was just to cause controversy, to gain, you know, recognition as the polar opposite. If he deems what he does as the way of succeeding, and if the Catholic Church and the Christian Church is going to call the methods of success evil, then he will valiantly take that title because it's what pleases him and it's what works for him. And if that's deemed as evil, well, so be it. He is coping as evil. He'll take the title evil. And one specific essay I wanted to discuss is his LaVey on satanic sex, which is, you'd think it's a weird one, but the entire essay is, it just, basically he lays out the fact that the qualities of sex should only be that is fulfilling to a person and does not inflict pain, unless with exceptions of sadomasochists within consensual situations. And it condemns rape, it condemns molestation, it condemns bestiality, yet actively promotes homosexuality, free sex, freedom sex, that's the one, and it embraces the fact that everyone's individual wants are their wants and should be embraced. And it's so much more conclusive and so much more logical then say, was it Pope John Paul's theology of the body, and the sanctities of sex, it makes so much more human sense than those accepted ideologies. And he argues it so well, but no one listens to him because of the assumption that it's all just, they're all sadists. The satanic sex is going to be these huge pain orgies, which he directly denounces, but no one knows that because no one's going to read because of that assumption. And I think he did that because he didn't want those people so keen to condemn actually engaging in the content, because there's no way they follow it, and he only wants followers to embrace it, which adds to his intelligence. He is seemingly an incredibly smart, strategic man, and it's not something easy to condemn. Once I've read it, I would have condemned the ideology before I'd read it naively, but having read it, there's little I can condemn, because it's like what I assumed that was condemnable is there's none of that in here. It's just basically a counterculture protest piece written by a man who wanted the gratifications he felt he was being denied by the religions that are populous now, the Abrahamic religions, when they weren't so-called morally wrong and they weren't harming anyone, and he didn't get why he was being restricted, so he wrote it all down in here and really succeeds in coming across as genuine. It's a good read. I know no one's going to read it, but it is a good read, and it's very well written, and I will be finishing it soon.